So the next step we're going to show you is the type of results that you'll see when you run an optimization. In our first video, we selected a generic input file from the build screen. We selected France, and the brand of choice was Listerine, and we ran that optimization. So we just want to give you a very quick high-level overview of the types of results that you should expect before we then show you how to fully dive in and configure the file so that you can have more control. So as you can see, the first thing you should notice is the big yellow summary, executive summary. Here you'll see that there is space for the user to name and provide a description regarding the optimization. We also record the date an optimization was run. We also record the optimization period in question, as well as the objective and the countries and markets included in the optimization. If you want to review the optimization, the file that was used to generate these outputs, you can simply click the input file to download the file that was used to run. There's also an output file which has more granular levels of data than you may see in this output we're going to review. So moving forward, let's just talk about the next part of the output. By default, an optimization will generate a projection of the current plan for the year, as well as a recommended optimal plan, as well as sales projections for both those plans. So in this case, we can get a very quick high-level summary of what the optimization results are. So you can see here the current plan at the moment is a spend of $3 million in Listerine. The projected sales from that media plan is $31.6 million, and the sales that are attributed to media make up $1.4 million of those sales. So with the recommendations offered by the optimization, you can see that even with spending still the same amount, we can improve our projected sales by $0.6 million, so that the total projected sales for the year move up to $32.2 million, and by doing so improve the ROI for media from $1.4 million to $2 million, so a change of $0.6 million. Moving on, we provide some very detailed drill down summaries that allow you to dive quite deeply into the data and look at the results at different levels. The first drill down is a country drill down. In this case, it's obviously not too interesting, as we're just running a single country optimization. But if you click down, you'll see that we then provide results at more granular levels. So drilling down, we get to see the results by Listerine. Drilling down again, we see Listerine range. Again, quite a boring example. And then clicking down again, we see the results by media. Moving down, you can see that we then provide a brand level drill down. So this, again, not too interesting, but you can imagine when you have multiple brands that you're running in your optimizations, you'll see the brand level. So this could span across multiple countries and multiple markets. So it's useful to have the brand level summary. Again, clicking down this will get you to the country, then the campaign, again to the media level. Thirdly, we have a media level summary, which allows, again, a different view, which looks across and aggregates across all the brands and markets by media channel. So often, this is a question we get asked. Planners are often interested in their total TV spend across the portfolio of brands. So this is a really easy way to get to those results. Moving down again, the next chart we see here is a flighting summary. So at the moment you can see the results of the optimization. In the current plan, there was there was high levels of spend in Q2 and Q3, and much lower spend in Q4. The optimization's obviously moving this to capitalize on some of the seasonal patterns that we're seeing here. So and making this a more even-handed optimization. Clicking down again, we can drill down and see how that flighting looks at a weekly level. All right, so then moving across, we get similar types of results for sales, where we have the same breakdowns of country versus brand versus flighting. And then moving on, we have more granular results by both brand and channel, where we will actually show both the flighting and flighting by channel and by brand, which is often very useful to see. So you can see here we have at the channel level the original plan, the optimal plan, and then the change in flighting that's being recommended by the optimization. We also have here some pie charts that show you a summary of the mix by current and optimal, as well as the change at a very high level. And again, next to all of these brand level summaries, we also have a sales total, just to give you a sales summary by current and optimal. So there we go. That's the high level result. Another thing just to notice is that within all these charts, we can click on this right-hand corner, the box in the right-hand corner, and we can download these charts as pictures, which will then paste very nicely into any presentation that you have. I will also just take a moment just to mention the output Excel file, which has a whole other assortment of result tables, which in many cases go a bit more granular, so that you can create any cut. So if the charts in the application have, if you're after for your presentation a particular cut of the data that you don't see in the application, it's likely that there will be a table here in the Excel output, which has the aggregate, the granular data that you need to roll up to get to that chart. So there we have it. Those are the outputs for 03.